Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Leesport Harvest Craft Show. Let's get into it. So this was my first time doing a 2-day event at the Leesport Farmers Market. I've been there a bunch of times. I really enjoy being a vendor there. I think it's a really nice location, especially if you can be in the pole building and you can have your car. You just roll up, unload your stuff, and you're right there next to it. So it's really easy. For this show, I signed up too late and I ended up being out in the field. So down at the bottom, there is the pole building and then there's the porch. So those are like the two primary places that you'd want to be. There's also like this little area they call the alcove, which leads you to the meeting room. And then there's another one inside building, which is called the hall. So the porch and the pole building are like kind of inside, kind of outside. And then there is the flea market, they call it. And so that's like kind of hilly. And so they're not flat spots. And then there's the field. So I was in the field and there were supposed to be like 7 people in my row. And there would have been like 20-25 people out there. There only ended up being like 10 or 15 of us. Like in my row, there was only 4 people. I think there was 4 people total because there was me, the succulents, wood, and the 3D printing. There was 4 of us and there was supposed to be 7. So quite a few people didn't show up down in the field. It was $75 for both days, like $75 total. And it's an hour and a half away from me. And I ended up getting a hotel room for Friday and Saturday night. So Friday after work, I drove down there and then unloaded the tent, put that together and the tables, and had those ready to go and put the sides up on the tent because then it was already getting dark because it gets dark so soon now. And then went to hotel, and then Saturday morning went, unloaded everything, put the booth together, did the show, and then after that spent the night at the hotel again, then checked out in the morning. Sunday, did the craft show all day and then had to pack up. And because the show didn't go very well, I had to pack up very strategically because there was still just as much product. I sold 26 items or 23 items total, so was not that big of a difference in my inventory. If I would have had to pay out of pocket for the hotel, I would have been livid at how badly this show went. However, I was able to use credit card points to make the hotel free. So I had a $300 travel credit. The hotel was $300.59. So the travel credit covered the $300, and then I had rewards points and I used that to cover the 59 cents. So I paid $0 for the hotel. If I would have paid $300, I would have been very upset. But it was worth it to have stayed at the hotel, to not drive an hour and a half back, especially like I wouldn't have driven Friday night if I hadn't gotten the hotel. And Saturday, seeing as how the show started at 9, I would have want 2 hours to set up. So arrive at 7 o'clock. I live an hour and a half away, need a 30-minute buffer. I would need to leave my house at 5 in the morning on Saturday to go. So I would have had to get up at like 4 or 4:30, depending on how much I wanted to do, like hair, makeup, that kind of thing, to get ready. So that would have been an awful day, and then driving all the way back and then driving again on Sunday. So I'm definitely glad that I ended up getting the hotel and not having to like drive so far back and get up so early in the morning. It definitely took some of the stress away, being only 15 minutes away. So let's talk about the numbers. So when I've gone there before, I think the most I've done is like $200, but I've only done 1-day shows. So my goal for this show was $500 or more, like whale goal, right? Like what do they call it? Like your Moby Dick goal, like your white whale goal was $1,000. But I was like, okay, let's do 500. I had a 10 by 10 booth in the field. On Saturday, I did $88 gross, $84 net. That's because I run a special when I have in-person shows where if you buy 3 of anything, you get $2 off. So 84, I had 6 sales. The average sale was $14.67. Cash was $57. Card was $31.80. Fees were $1.13 on the cards. I sold 8 jar openers totaling in $64 and 3 tissue pouches, which totaled $24. Oh my gosh, Saturday morning, I'm putting the booth together. I didn't bring any tissue pouches, like the actual tissues. Thankfully, Walmart was not that far away. But yeah, I did not bring any of the tissue pouches. I don't know how I forgot that, but that was fun. Sunday, 106 gross, 102 net, 8 sales, $13.25 as the average. Card sales was $59.36, cash was $48, fees were $2. Jar openers, 9 of them sold for $72. Reusable towels, 1 sold for $18, and tissue pouches, 2 sold for $16, bringing our total to 194 gross, 186 net, 14 sales, average of $13.86. Cash was $106, card was $91.16. The fee was $313. Sold 17 jar openers, 5 tissue pouches, and 1 reusable towel. Jar openers were $136, tissue pouches were $40, and reusable towels were $18. So a couple of things that worked against me at this show. One, I was in the field. I should have never signed up for the field. It was too far away. We did get customers up there, but it was definitely like maybe a half or a third of all the customers that were down in the bottom section where everybody else was. So that did not help. 2, there was another sewing booth that was selling jar openers for $4, and I had jar openers for $8. So I do not think that helped, because I heard a couple of people make comments like, oh, there's jar openers again. And I'm like, someone else is selling jar openers? And this is the first time I've ever had somebody else at a craft show sell the same. What am I trying to say? I've had other people sell jar openers before, but every other time they have not been the same as mine. And what I mean by that is I've had like people with like crochet jar openers. I've had people where they're fabric, but they're made in a different way. Like this person, it was very similar to mine. Granted, she just had 1 stack sitting there. Like she didn't have them all displayed. It wasn't the majority of her booth, but this is the first time that like I've had like apples to apples, same item. Because I've had it happen before where like reusable towels, somebody else would be selling them, but we would be selling them like at different price points or different packages, or we had different patterns. So like there's different things going for us, right? Or like keychains when I used to sell those. Like mine were made with all fabric, and there would be people who made them with leather, or there were people who made them where you have the 2, what's it called? It's like strap material to like the strap material and the ribbon. So I've never had like apples to apples, the same product being sold. And so I definitely don't think that helped. And that booth was down in the pole barn where the majority of people were. So they saw her stuff, purchased from her, and then they saw me like an hour later. So that did not help, I don't think. That and being in the field. And then the third thing that worked against me was there was another craft show that weekend. It's called Higgins, Hegins. And a lot of people were saying that hurt us on Saturday. And that's why the Sunday sales were better than the Saturday sales, because a lot of customers went to that sale on Saturday or only went to that sale for the weekend. I did look that up, and I would like to try that one next year. That one was only $65 versus the $75 for a 10 by 10. That was actually 15 by 10. And, oh, I'm sorry. My booth was not 10 by 10 because my car went in the spot with me. So I retract that statement. My booth at Leesport was bigger with the intention that your car goes with your booth. But I only had 10 by 10 using for my booth. And the Higgins one, it's handmade only, so there's no MLMs. Like across from me, there was like the Spice person and a Pampered Chef person. So there are different MLMs at Leesport. Higgins does not allow that. So I do want to try that next year. So those 3 things I feel like worked against me. Something in my favor was the weather was very nice. It was like beautiful 70 degrees, no like inclement weather. So that was wonderful. Do I regret going? No, because it was definitely worth going. That was my first show of craft season, and like making sure I have everything, like the tissue pouches. If I went to Dulles and I forgot my tissue pouches, I would lose my mind. Granted, I would find out Thursday and I would have time to go home on Thursday night and then grab them and then have them for Friday morning. But like, if I messed up something like that at a much bigger show, I would be so mad at myself. Also, I haven't had a chance in months to like practice my speech and like what I'm saying to people, practice setting up and tearing down. So all of those things, it was very good to do this booth. I also have not done many outside shows, and I have quite a few this year. So it was a good test trial of like outside. Also, do I want to do 2-day shows at Leesport? I did sign up for the Leesport Christmas market, which is another craft show. And if I do not break 1,000 at that show, I will not be going to Leesport anymore, which really stinks because I really like going down there. But, you know, I have to like put the numbers up front. And if the numbers don't work, the numbers don't work. So that booth will be 10 by 10. I'm going to be in the pole building. The other booth will be there too, the other booth that sold the jar openers. And I will be in the middle. So that kind of stinks because I won't have my car, but whatever. So I'll be in the middle and I will be a 10 by 10, which means I can get shopped all around, which kind of stresses me out. I want to make sure I can handle like someone coming at me from all sides. Something else great about this show was I have a new display for my wine bags, and I got to like work through a lot of trial and error and like, oh, this is going to work, this is not going to work, and have made changes. So my next show in October, which again, I don't see it being a very good show, it's it's the Drums Pennsylvania Town Festival show. So I don't expect anything more than like maybe $100 or $200. That one is more practicing setup, tear down my booth, all that kind of stuff, and like trying to support my community, because that one is like within an hour of me. So that's only one day. I'm excited to like try out the wine bags again with like the updated display to see how that works. I also had another idea for the reusable towels, but it's not really working how I thought it would work. So, you know, that's good too, is like trying things, trial and error. So overall for the weekend, like I said, the booth cost $75. The hotel was free. I spent $50 on food because at the hotel there was free breakfast both mornings. I was actually really impressed by the breakfast. As someone who tries to avoid dairy and doesn't eat pork, I was expecting like bacon and cheese eggs and have to eat just like an apple or something. But they had turkey sausage and they had eggs with no cheese. So I was very impressed. The work staff there in the morning was so great. Like when I asked questions, I was like, does this have cheese? Because it wasn't listed. And they said no. So I was very, very impressed with the breakfast there. It was a Holiday Inn Express. So hotel was free. Breakfast was free. Lunch, I packed food. So I had a whole bunch of snacks. I had protein shakes. So I brought food with me for lunch, did not spend money on lunch. And then dinner, I spent a total of $50. And then gas, I spent a total of $30. So in total, the weekend cost $155. The sales was $186. So if we take 30% of taxes out, that means the profit was $130, and that does not count material or labor. So that is not very good. That means that we spent more money than we made, especially if I would have paid for the hotel. If the hotel would have been an actual cost, that would have been very bad. Something else I did to help offset the cost is I DoorDashed on Saturday night. So for 2 hours, I did 5 deliveries and made $44.75. So that negated the gas cost, which meant that the actual cost for the weekend ended up being the booth for $75 and the hotel for $50. Or sorry, the food for $50. So that definitely like helped bring down the cost. Now, I would not DoorDash again in the Reading zone. That was not very good. I did not like it. I would not do that again. If you want to follow any of my DoorDash adventures, I do have an Instagram. It's called Dash to Debt Free. And so that's why I've been posting less YouTube videos, because it's a more, it's a higher return on investment of my evenings to spend 3 hours door dashing rather than 3 hours making a video. Unfortunately, the videos that I've been making on YouTube and posting, if they get less than 100 views, then that's less than $1 that I've made off the video. So I'm going to limit my my YouTube postings down to the videos that I know will do well. We're going to do hauls. We're going to do what I've been working on over the month, and we're going to do craft show reviews, because those are the videos that you guys are most interested in. But I will not be spending 6 to 10 hours a week working on projects and posting them to make $2 when I can go out and be making anywhere from $10 to $20 an hour with DoorDash. So that's what's going on. Hopefully things will change in the next 6 months. But we'll see. For the time being, I'm definitely going to pull back on the YouTube videos, and I'm sorry about that. It's just not the best use of my time right now. What else? I think that is all of the numbers. I almost forgot to show you guys my haul. So I ended up purchasing from 2 booths. One of them, Countryside Creations, super nice husband and wife. And I got these 2 little wooden decorations. Obviously they're Halloween decorations, but they are going to be on my shelf all year round, because I don't believe in seasonal decor. I believe in just decor. I don't like dealing with that. So the other thing I bought was another woodworking. And this is an ornament that is a tree. And what's funny is, and this was $12. What's funny is this booth, his brother is the one that was next to me in the same aisle. So they were both woodworkers. But yeah, I think this is so pretty. So I'm excited to put this on my Christmas tree. Now, I do put a Christmas tree up, but other than that, I don't like seasonal decor. But anyways, that's my little haul. Anyways, let me know what you think about my booth. Let me know your thoughts. Did you go to the Higgins Festival? Did you go to the Leesport Festival? Are you going to go to the Leesport Festival in December? Are you going to go to the Drums Festival? I have my whole craft show list here. Let me know your thoughts on all these shows and if you'll be attending any of them. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and have a wonderful day.